Yes, Ken.
Don't give her anything. Well, last time she made cookies, guess what, Dad? Shut up. Come here. Dad. You want to make them? Huh? You want to make them? Huh? Yeah, huh? You want to make them? You want to make the cookies? No. Yeah?
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League.
All right, chill out, y'all.
You did it. All right,
back. At Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fanfare of introductions makes you enable. This crowd is in evidence. Our guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. The
Cowboys
starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line.
No, it's me. I had to log on to get the link.
At their own 23-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
Now I know football, so I can watch a straight football game.
Right at the line of
But as far as
scrimmage.
what he's
Calling
doing
no
right here, I
gain
have
on
no
the
idea.
game's first play.
He's
And
taking
it's
the play.
second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit dropped. 11 yards there.
But it's like
First
regular
down.
football, right? Where they have to go.
Playmakers on the offensive
They go
side of the
fourth
ball.
down, first down,
Last
second
week,
down,
to
third down, fourth
their
down.
performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say
Unless there's
in
like a
practice,
turnover.
there's a lot of talk
Or
about how
interception,
they're going to
right?
increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the
Or fumble,
playmakers
right?
involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in
You
their
said not done in the middle?
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Okay, the other team got the ball.
That's an interception.
Yeah, then the other team gets the ball.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then what happens if someone drops the ball, but the other team picks it up and they run it and they end up making a touchdown?
That don't really happen.
What doesn't happen here? But what is that called? Because we was watching regular football. What's that called?
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw.
So I fumble the ball.
They do get a yard.
I fumble the ball,
Only a
okay?
yard.
I'm running the
So
ball.
third and
I
now
fumble.
looming.
One thing
You pick it up,
he's going to get his catches.
you run it, and make a touchdown with the same ball.
Continue to focus on.
Do you
not
get
giving
points,
up a
yes or
big
no?
play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
I mean, of course you get. You get
To
3,
throw on third down.
2,
Looking for pass,
7.
but that's intercepted.
I mean, 2, 3,
Top by Trayvon
2, 3,
Diggs.
6, or
And they'll
7.
start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No,
No
6.
matter who's broadcasting his game,
Because
that's how the
technically you would've got the
conversation
touchdown.
begins.
Now what
Throwing too
happens
many
if your
interceptions,
guy,
can he take
after
care
he
of the
makes a
football?
touchdown,
If
takes
I
the
were his
ball and he
backup,
makes it through
I'd be edging
the
towards the coaches and saying, hey,
thing?
how about
The
giving me an
what?
opportunity?
I don't know.
The goalpost?
The goalpost. How many points do you get for kicking the ball to the
Carry
goalpost?
for Ezekiel Elliott.
After
He
he's
is
made a
met
touchdown.
at the line of scrimmage,
One.
and he goes down
Exactly.
right there.
How many points do you get if you kick a field goal on your fourth down and you make it?
Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Very good.
There.
Officially
I studied
nothing on
those. I
that
don't know
last
about
run.
that.
They'll try again,
What
second
is
and
the
10.
only instance in which you'll get 2 points?
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
No, there's
With these
more?
run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back.
Safety.
Well, having a talented wide receiver
Oh.
helps also.
Yeah, even
Wait,
coming
wait.
into
Do
the
it.
discussion,
It's not touchdown. It's a
they
safety.
really should be first.
Okay, but if you're playing
They
conversion,
in their hands
I
and
know
let them
this.
make the
So it's two then.
Downfield.
And down
I said
inside
two.
the 15.
He did.
He did. But he tried to play me like I didn't know what the heck I was talking about. I'm just saying. Who's the guy that throws the ball? What's his title on the team?
Quarterback.
Okay. Who's the guy that catches the ball?
Is it a running back?
Could be.
Yeah, it could be, but it's a main name. If I give you something, you are
Receiving.
receiver.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? What are the technical terms we got?
The tackle by Jeremy Chin.
Wooders, give
A
me
gain
one
of
reason why
12.
you get a flag on the
First
play.
down, Dallas.
On this game?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Okay. What about if he was in a regular football game? What is one reason that we
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
No, he right. In regular play, in real football too.
What?
If you take too long to pick your play, it's a penalty.
Touchdown of the season.
But if you're
Cowboys have taken the early lead.
If you take too long to pick a play or to run your play, it's a penalty. It's a play clock. You see the little 26 up at the top? Or it just went to the two lines?
That's the time, right?
That's the play clock.
It's almost like a shot
Now
clock.
after the touchdown, it's
Yes.
Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Don't you either.
I'm not.
No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come
Well, Daddy's
January.
gonna have to answer this question. I want to know too. How many people are allowed on the field?
Get your list done, because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere. Get to the Super Bowl that way. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing is
Yeah, I know. I saw y'all. I saw the pictures.
Head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion.
Well, I didn't agree with Chris, though, yesterday. I said Game of Thrones, but
Operating from the gun. Peyton got his man, Robbie Anderson. And
But I get The Wire, but The Wire just looked like I tried to watch The Wire recently. It just looked old.
So often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle.
Yeah, of course.
Receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So possession goes over here on
Cam,
one. And the
what's
Cowboys will take
going on,
over
Kier?
with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today. But
I put it in my top 5. Everything you named, but I didn't put Snowfall up there yet because ain't been that many seasons. But I'm not mad at that assessment, though.
Wait, what is the question?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's between Game of Thrones and
On the
Sopranos.
run pass option.
easy decision. Just keep it inside. Nice steady game.
If Game of Thrones is number 1, Sopranos number 2, or vice versa.
Back-to-back good plays have them all.
Oh, he went 1A.
What does Smith say?
No, Chris said The Sopranos was and
to the 45.
the wire was 1B, 1A and 1B. I said, no, you can't do 1A and 1B.
It's working.
I like what we're
So
seeing
he
from
says
the offensive
basically
line. They
that the
seem to
wire
have
is
the
type
leverage
of
going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He'll lose a yard on the play.
No, The Wire is a great show. To me, The Wire is dated. It just look old right now.
Extremely dated.
Did a nice job there stopping him for a
Like
loss.
Technicolor.
Yeah, 2002 maybe.
Prescott to throw this time.
No, yeah, no.
His man, that's Hardman. And they'll get him down.
No, season 4, one of the best seasons. Yeah, when they focused on the kids, that was a dope season.
First down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
No, I
First
didn't.
down.
Using two arms is
You're
cheating.
stronger than me.
What?
That's the end of the first
I bet you
quarter
could beat Luke.
with the score of the way.
Jimmy McNulty. Jimmy McNulty. Yeah.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
1, 2, 3.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
Okay, you ready?
And incomplete on the deep ball. Amari
Who he picked?
target. That'll bring up second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest when a guy with that type of speed, you do so.
Stringer Bell probably.
You can
Yeah, I don't use all my body
play,
food.
they run successful.
Oh no, my bad, Marlo.
My own
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back in the
Marlo.
41.
Yeah, Marlo was
Loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I remember.
Okay.
7th play of this drive.
Yeah, Marlo was he was different.
Third down. Prescott from the gun. And they're going to have another first
No,
down.
so
Tackles
but
made.
season 2,
23.
after you watch it, season 2 give you
Conversion on third.
it makes sense after you get past
They
it.
tried to give him the ball, let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time,
Yeah.
it's a more conventional way,
So
and it's
sorry,
much more
that's not
successful as well.
A first down carry.
Snoop and Chris, they was some beasts.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the
haven't even
defense.
watched it
Great job there.
Yeah, Snoop and Chris was some beasts.
Battles at the line of scrimmage left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh yeah, I was about to say but no, yeah, you gotta watch it.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Battle for it here, and this will be caught.
The congressman.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first
You ain't even
down.
say it long enough. You're supposed to say it for like 2 minutes.
Now Elliott. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the
Oh yeah, man, look. You still fresh into it. You gotta wait.
Him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had
The line drop.
was bidding for a second.
He put her on the phone. What did you mean?
So the ball position now.
I didn't know he was gonna put her on the phone. She cool with me, bruh. Just cause what's name don't like her.
On 2nd and goal. Here's the option. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake. Peyton. Flushed out right. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Peyton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Peyton completes it to Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
On the carry.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
1st down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 39, Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Prescott with the give.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play brings up 3rd down.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
Damn it, man, I wasn't even paying attention.
Get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
And now I can't pick a play. Uh-huh.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Dante Jackson picks it. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. McCaffrey shrugs him off. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, Peyton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A big gain on the play, but it leads to 4th down.
On 4th down, Peyton. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, we got 2 blitzers coming up the middle. 2 blitzers coming up the middle.
To throw is Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Oh my gosh, man. Madden is so trash.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Panthers 3. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 22.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the bootleg. Peyton. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover catches.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Peyton. And that will be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. 1st down, Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Cowboy 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Cowboys trot out Greg Zuerlein.
The Cowboy field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. On 1st and 10, Peyton. Pass incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, but it'll be 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Peyton. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Peyton. Got his target, Samuel. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Following the fumble recovery, Peyton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
From the gun, Peyton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Peyton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, the 40, past the 20.
Take off your helmet and give me a
kick. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Peyton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Peyton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Off play action. Peyton. Von Diggs. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Cowboys,
another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. In blood across it where the blood dinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream me to the dream. Gotta be number 1. Number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition. Now point them out. Making my babies proud. Wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south. Gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I bought like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel away my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze.
Oh, I can lie. Because he don't really cook like that.
You a lie? He know I be cooking.